You have to change all that. Don't be afraid of change. Hey guys, on this video, I'm going to talk about change your mind, change your money. I believe that you can do it. Without further ado, let's just jump right into it, guys. The very first thing is this. You have to believe that you have the power to change your situation. You got to have a certain amount of positive thinking, a certain amount of faith and belief that you can make a change in your money situation, in your financial situation. You have to be able to block out the naysayers, still have the faith and the belief that you can do something different with your money despite what everybody else is doing, despite what's going on with the economy, despite what's going on with your best friends and your other friends and your associates and the people you hang around, despite what took place in your family, how you grew out of poverty and everybody else in your family is poor and some people are still poor. Listen, you still have to have the belief and the faith and the mentality that you can do it. You can do something different with your money, that you can be something different with your personal finances, that you are not destined to be broke and poor all of your life, but you have to believe that, right? Because the only way you're going to start to do things that separates you from the pack and helps you to begin building some wealth is you have to first believe it, right? Believe that it's possible. If you don't believe it's possible, you're not even going to try. You're not even going to do the things that you need to be doing to get to a different level with your money if you don't believe it first. And so if you want to change your money situation, it really all starts with your belief system, your philosophy about money and about what's possible for you with money. You got to put all the other generational curses that happened in your family around personal finances. You got to put all that stuff on the back burner. That stuff happened in the past and it's in the past for a reason. It's behind you for a reason. Moving forward, what can you do? Moving forward, what are you going to do? If you don't believe, you won't take action. And it's the action that's going to make the outcomes better. The action is going to make the outcomes different. Now, the second thing is this. You have to not only believe, but you have to start focusing. You have to start being intentional with the money. And when I say intentional, you got to start doing stuff on purpose with your money. Stop letting your money just happen to you and start telling your money what it's going to do, controlling your money. And that way you can be the orchestrator and the architect of where your money goes. You have to stop being at the whim of whatever your money tells you to do. You have to start being the dictator to tell your money what it's going to do, when it's going to do, how it's going to do, where it's going to go, etc. So you got to sort of take the bull by the horns and say, I'm going to do what it takes. And here, let me do this. And you have to be intentional with your finances. You can't just sit back in the cut and just let whatever happens happen. You got to jump out and say, I'm going to go ahead and do this, right? Be focused and intentional with your money, right? If you change that line of thinking, it's going to make a world of difference with your money, with your personal finances, guys. But you have to be willing to say, I'm going to go ahead and do the discipline. I'm going to go ahead and make the sacrifices. I'm going to go ahead and do what it takes to do to get out in front of this thing. And first, the very first thing you got to do, if that's being intentional is your goal and focus is your goal, then you have to say, let me actually look at my money in a closer way. Let me stop sweeping it under the rug. The fact that every single month I got to use my credit card and instead of having enough money and I'm living above my means, let me stop sweeping it under the rug and let me start having internal conversations with myself about where my money is going, about what my money is doing, about my actions with money. You got to have that uncomfortable conversation with yourself that attacks the elephant in the room, which is you ain't doing well with your money. What can you do different? You got to have that internal conversation, guys, because it's all about being intentional with money. If you want to change your money, you must be intentional and focused on the money. Guys, if you get value from this video, please smash the like button below. And please consider subscribing to this channel if you're not already a subscriber. And also, don't forget to share this video with your friends and your family. Now, that takes me to the third thing. The third thing you got to do is you have to get organized with your money. You have to get yourself organized. When you start getting yourself intentional and on purpose, you have to come up with a system, some processes that you create and invent for yourself to keep you in line, and processes that you go through on a regular, consistent basis. A budget, right? I talk about a budget on this channel a lot, guys, because a budget is huge. A budget is all about getting yourself to the point where you say, look, this is what I do on a regular basis. It's a discipline thing. It's about being disciplined, saying I'm going to write a budget out every month and I'm going to follow the budget. I'm going to revisit the budget. Maybe having certain days of the month that you do that. But guys, you have to get organized with your money. Your money can't just be flying all over the place and going everywhere. All of your expenses, you don't know what your expenses are. Your money is just going everywhere. You don't have a clue what you paid in food last year. You don't have a clue what the total amount you paid in rent or for your mortgage last year. Money is just flying out all over and there's no control. You've got to get organized with your money if you want to start to win with money. If you want to start to be better with money. If you want to change your money situation, you have to come up with organization and processes. Put these processes in place and hold yourself accountable to those processes. Now, the fourth thing you got to do, guys, is you got to kill the fear, right? You got to get rid of all the fear that you have in terms of money. You got to get rid of all the things that you thought bad about money in your life, right? Well, I can't do this. Or like I said earlier, you got a generational curse. Well, my mother didn't do this and my father didn't do that. And my sister did this, my brother did that. And I got a cousin. Forget about all that stuff. All that has nothing to do with you making the decision about you and your money right now. It's just playing on a bunch of old stuff. Fear is keeping you from going out and creating the life that you want to have with your money. Sometimes a lot of us, we get scared and we say, you know, we don't want to take the risk. We don't want to step out there on a limb. And so we have this thing about fear where we don't want to take a chance, right? We don't want to put all of our money into the stock market because we're scared of what have we been watching the news. Forget the fear. Take a step out on a limb. If you want to change your situation with money, you got to change what you've been doing with money. You may have to change what you've been learning about money. You may have to change who you've been hanging around, your friends or whoever you've been dealing with and how they look at money. They may have been influencing you in the wrong way. You maybe can't do the things you used to do with the people you used to do it with. You have to change all that. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid to learn something new about money. Don't be afraid to do something different about money. Don't let fear hold you back. Now, the fifth thing that we have to do if we want to change our mind and change our money is we have to understand that perhaps the skill set that you have is a low-paying skill set. And perhaps you need to go out and get a higher-paying skill. Because a higher paying skill is going to help you add income. And when you add income, it's going to give you the ability to come up with that emergency fund. It's going to give you the ability to come up with the money to pay off some bad debt. It's going to give you the income and the ability to maybe invest more of your money, right? If you have higher paying skills. A lot of times, the one thing that keeps a lot of people in poverty or poor for all of their life is because they never developed a higher paying skill. And all you have to do is go out there and get one. And when you get it, become the best at it. Work at it as much as you can. I don't care if the higher paying skill is you want to be a chef at a 5-star restaurant in your town, wherever you live. You want to be the best chef in your town. If that's what you want to do, if it's a higher paying skill, then you need to go out and get the skills necessary to do that. And then once you get the skills, then you have to hone the craft and get better and better and better at that skill, right? It could be, hey, I want to be a mechanic. Well, it's nothing wrong with being a mechanic if that's a higher paying skill than where you are right now so you can earn more money. If you want to be a mechanic, then you got to go out there and become a mechanic. Get whatever schooling or trade school, whatever it takes to get that higher paying skill, and then become the best at that higher paying skill, and it will automatically change your money because it's going to change your income. So listen, guys, on this video, I just wanted to give you these 5 things to help you understand that, if you just change the way you think and shift your mind, it's going to have a huge impact on your money. All right. Hey, if you got anything at all out of this video, if anything, I hope you got some motivation, maybe some inspiration, maybe some encouragement that it's doable and you can do it. I believe in you. But more importantly, you have to believe in you. Hey, listen, smash the like button for me. That gets this video out to more and more people. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to this channel. If you got any questions or comments, drop them below. I usually respond to all of them. Guys, I offer one-on-one financial mentoring and coaching. If you're looking to grow your current income by adding additional streams of income, or you simply want to maximize your current income and get the most you can out of your money right now, or if you simply just want to become a better manager over your money, a better steward over your current personal finances, I may be a good fit for you. You'll find a link to my one-on-one personal financial mentoring and coaching below, along with a link to my schedule. Please feel free to reach out to me, guys. Hey, the best person to take care of the old you is the young you. Guys, do me a favor. Take care of yourself and take care of other people. Until the next video, peace.